Hi there, it's Janice Thomson from JazzleDazzleCraft.co.uk. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator and I live and work in Scotland. And today I am here to share the inspiration from all the swaps I collected and the projects I did at a recent demonstrator event. If you just bear with me, I'm just getting my other device set up and hopefully I'll be able to follow any comments. This is a different and not normal time for me, so who knows who might come and who might not. Let's just take the sound off before we go. Go to my channel, view my channel, and it tells me that I'm live. So, oh hi Randy, how nice to see you. Okay, so it's taken me to Friday, but on Tuesday I went to a demonstrator event that was organised by our demonstrator development manager, Helen Slim. And what an amazing day we had. There were 20 demonstrators there, I think. It was in the south of Scotland, so not every Scottish demonstrator, and it was during the week. Well, not every Scottish demonstrator was able to be there, but I was so lucky that I was able to be there. So hey Karen, hey Randy, hi Denise, Canada's in the house. I'm just adjusting this slightly. I'm not sure if it's was a bit angled there. I think might be better now. A bit shadowy, but it's the best we can do. It's all we can do is our best, isn't it? So yeah, there were about 20 people there. Not everyone did swaps. Some people are new to it and really didn't really know what's involved. Sometimes when you go to your first event like that, it's like, ooh. But I'm sure that they've all gone home inspired and looking forward to the next opportunity to get together with other demonstrators. So I've got here some swaps that I came home with. I'll give you some information about the swap that I took and the projects that we made. And as usual, you know, there's funny stories on the way. Hi Lanny, how lovely to see you. So everyone come away in, get a wee seat by the fire. Hi Jackie, and you come, my dear. Yep, come away in, get a wee seat. It's quite a rainy day here and sort of showery, I think it is, in central Scotland anyway. Every time you look, oh, there's a rainbow now. Well, that's nice. I'm sorry you can't see it, but you know what rainbows look like and how cheery they are on a grey cloud. Yay. My granny paints the rainbows for us. I'm sure you all have your stories of how rainbows come to be. Oh, you've got a nice sunny morning, Denise, in Canada. There's something about a rainbow. It's a cheery colours. It's magical. You know how Mother Nature can do that. And it does make you think of loved ones, doesn't it? Anywho, do you want to see? Look at this. Lots of inspiration. That's why we do swaps when we go to an event. We make a little project. So I made 20, I think I made 22. I'm not sure. I came home with a couple, but I did give them out. So we'll see. Have you got rain to Jackie yet down there? Down south? I do you know what I'm looking at? The rainbow just now. It's really quite vibrant, but there's a dark layered cloud behind it and you can see the texture of the cloud through the rainbow. See, I'm thinking card making and watercolouring already. And then I'm looking over at the cloud and I can see another cloud next to the rainbow and it looks like a wee rabbit. Maybe I should come and share my swaps with you instead. Okay, let's calm down and have a look. Do you know that's what happens in this country though, Jackie, isn't it? It's dry for forever and then it starts raining and then it forgets how to stop raining. So let's have a wee look individually at all this inspiration. I do love this vanilla and black ribbon, and I am so sorry, Valerie, oh, you've not put Valerie, what is your oh my goodness, I can't remember the name of your business. So you'll see Valerie she's on Facebook a lot and she does reels and great stuff. Valerie's Handmade Gifts, I think. My memory's rubbish. She may not see this just now because she's away on another cruise. Oh. So anyway, a lovely little wee pouch. And she has used, and she's given us the details of what she's used the beautiful bouquet paper, the black and berry vanilla ribbon, the ephemera greetings. That is a superb pack. You've got loads of different greetings, and I got, oh, happy day. And it was a happy day. It was fabulous to be together with other demonstrators. She's used the elegant tag topper punch for the topping. Yeah, unfortunately, I was probably a bit rough here and it broke. So you need to be a wee bit careful if you got one of these, just saying. But it's full of sweeties. So, yeah. So thank you very much. Gorgeous. Love the wee hearts. That's beautiful. And I'll do the 3D things that are on the top and then it'll make it easier here. So, oh, Jeanette Adamson, I was sitting next to Jeanette. And what a lovely lady. I hadn't met her before. I have met her before. She was at our Celebrating Scotland event years and years ago. But I met a lot of new people then. I might not have remembered everybody. But I've chatted to Jeanette online as well. So it was nice to spend time with you, Jeanette, and craft with you and learn a bit about scrapbooking together, didn't we? So Jeanette has been very, very clever here. Really clever. She has used what is it called? That card kit. Robot Buddies card kit. And repurposed it. She's used the stamp set and some of the paper that's in the set to make this really clever wee gift. And I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, I'm sure you could do that with a Christmas character as well. And then you could hang little gifts on the tree. This is just great inspiration. And I'm not quite sure what the twine is, but it coordinates really well with this. Love it. I love that wee kit. Used it at Cup and Cards quite a lot. And of course she's put in everybody's favourite biscuits. Now my upline Karen, her girls called these hairdresser biscuits. A Biscoff. Who doesn't like a wee Biscoff? These are gorgeous. This is gorgeous. I'm going to leave them in because they do hold it. Oh, she says, and then people make beautiful swaps and then I seem to spoil them. Right, we'll pop it back together because I will copy, case, use the inspiration of that. It's nice just having that little slider over the top, and it's so cool to have the head because now, do you know, you could use it like a puppet and make it talk. Hello, how are you all today? Have you all got a drink? Sorry, I'm just a child at heart. Aren't we all? Okay, so this wee elf is peeping up. What a lovely tag that is. Look at that. Really nice blend. She used her blends, the alcohol markers, and done some lovely colouring there. Love it. So I believe is Sheila Dawson, who's one of the ladies who was there, and she also did a make and take design for us all to craft on the day. So she's used the festive friends bundle, Stampin' Blends, ribbon and twine. So if you look on Facebook, she's handmade cards especially by Shishi. That is lovely. I love that ribbon. Just gorgeous. Right, this one comes to hand next. Now, I think this was Margaret Farrow. Was it you, Margaret? And she has made this lovely pouch bag, wee baggie, with some lovely design in Colour Designer Series paper, and just by folding over the top of the paper, then you can appreciate both sides of it. That tag would be a fantastic topper. You're quite right, Jackie, it would. And a lovely wee tea light. What a lovely wee gift. Again, do you know, that is not heavy. You could have that on a tree as a little wee gift to give visitors and make a bit of fun out of Christmas. That's me, I'm Christmas in the head now. And this little clever packaging is from the lovely Heather Forgan. And if you go to Heather's YouTube channel, she has a video showing you how to make this. Now, I'll show you the details of it in a minute. And oh, look at this clever girl. She's got her QR code. Do you know this? I've been saying QR code. Here's a QR code. I only learned this week that it stands for quick response code. So actually, if you want to scan that right now, you will be able to get straight to Heather's channel. But I would really rather that you stayed with me for a little while and then go and check Stamp with Nellie. But yeah, so thank you, Heather. I'll show the ladies what's in this clever swap and what it's all about. Oh, golden oat biscuits, yum yum, Walkers, yum yum. But look, just a piece of paper, pretty paper, granted, scored and folded. Whoops, no glue. All you do, whoops, is pop your gift inside that little wee box that you've made there, and then, whoops, clumsy Janice, and then just use this beautiful ribbon to hold it closed. Fat fingers don't cope with these. Sausage fingers. Okay, take a breath, curl it a little, poke it in, and we're done. That's it. Really simple, but have you not heard of Walkers, or their Scottish brand of biscuits? I think you can buy them in the US, but I'm not sure about Canada. But I'm sure you've got plenty of people that can make nice. They're predominantly known for their shortbread, but they do other things as well. There you go. So that is really a simple project if you know how. And then thanks, she's just decorated the sentiment. Isn't it gorgeous? Right. Oh, I better put that back with it in case anyone. I'll usually let people face to face have a wee pokey at all the things. Right, and then we have This one, and I know this has come from the lovely Margaret Allison. Margaret actually took me to the event in her car along with the lovely Tammy. So they were lovely travel companions, and I thank them for their company on the day. Oh, I can't open this. So this is the Autumn Toile paper. Can you say that? Toile? Amused at how some people can't say toile. The textured gold card. Just a note, I'm not sure where that's from, but maybe Margaret tells us inside. So a gorgeous highlighter. That's the gold striped ribbon. I love that. I've got loads of that. So a highlighter pen, isn't that cool? A retractable, clever. Got some sticky notes. Who can't use sticky notes? We all can use them. And yeah, so she's used the Autumn Trees bundle, the Notes and Totes stamp set, which is where that stamp set, that where that's come from, the Notes and Totes. Gosh, my words are not here. And she's used antique pearls, as I've said, and some of her swaps she used the streak dots, but she's obviously teamed them up with this mossy meadow background. Isn't it beautiful, with the pheasants flying and the trees? Kind of a wee highland scene there. So I'll pop the bits back in. Thank you, Margaret. Woo! So I had a bit of a panic on Tuesday morning once the event had started because I couldn't find my handbag. And I said to Margaret, I might have left it in the car. So and we were parked quite a bit away, so she walked back out and I walked back out with her, looked in the car, no handbag, got back to the hall, and there it was on the floor under my chair. What am I like? Anyway, it got us both some more steps for the day. But isn't that great? That is super. It's good, sturdy. And another one. Oh, this is from Claire. Claire, I've forgotten your second name, but I met Claire for the first time. And she tells me she's been following my channel. So, hi Claire, if you watch this. I think she's normally watching on replay. But hey, thank you so much, and it was so wonderful to meet you. And what Make-A-Wish, what a lovely wee, oh, wildflower seed mix, scatter on surface and water lightly. How fab is that? What a lovely gift to give. A gift of, that is really a gift of hope, isn't it? I will certainly plant them in my garden. I think I'll keep them dry till springtime and then we'll plant them. Thank you. Just beautiful, isn't it? And what is that paper from? Floral Charms. Yeah, I'm glad I found it. I knew it couldn't be anywhere else, so I hadn't been anywhere, but oh, what an innie I am sometimes. Anyway. Make-A-Wish, go on, Make-A-Wish, Make-A-Wish, Make-A-Wish. So, card swaps. I do like this. Look at the embossing on this card. This is beautiful. Whoops. So this is from Linda. Is it Linda? I know. Can't remember your second name, Linda. Linda Dewar. I did remember it. The pressed flower embossing folder. Now I don't have that folder, Linda, and now I feel like I need it. Isn't that pretty? I love the way you've left it so that we can see the deboss side as well. How clever is that? Just appreciate it. I don't know if you can see it on the video or not. It's just lovely. So she's used the Impressions A Bloom stamps and dies. So she stamped and die cut these pretty flowers and leaves, and then what have you embellished it with? Strawberry Slush and Pretty and Pink gems, aren't they just gorgeous? I don't have those. Probably I need them too. Right, let's make a little pile of cards tidily. And she even gave me an envelope. Thank you, Linda. And this one is from the lovely Emma from Craft with Emma. Everyone's lovely. By the way, if I haven't said, well, I was going to be lovely, but if I haven't said you were lovely, you are. Heartfelt prayers. And Emma's used strips of the lovely DSP or designer series paper called Peacefuls. She'll tell me on the back. Peaceful Garden. Glimmer paper is what she's die cut from, and Peaceful Garden designer series paper has been the strips. So just 4 pieces around the side, and then this die is from the Peaceful Garden dies, because I use this die in my swap as well, but in a slightly different way. But yeah, that's fab. And the ribbon is from Peaceful Garden. It is so pretty. So pretty. And I like that she's put it onto basic beige. I just think that is so sweet. So thank you, Emma. And I think that is a great way when you're scrap busting as well with your DSP. We all have loads to use up. So yeah, that's a great technique. Pretty. Thank you. And this one is from our Trisha. And Trisha, I don't want to tear your sticker. So pretty. Trisha's so organised with all her branded things. And they're just so, she has very dark hair, long enough to put into pigtails. I'm not sure I've seen you with pigtails in, Trisha, but it's just so, you know, it's such simple branding, you know that it's her right away. And in black and pink. Easy. So, again, the Peaceful Garden designer series paper, and this huge Merry Christmas stamp, which I haven't got yet, but it is in my basket. And I do have these floral gems from Peaceful Garden, and these doves, I have used them in quite a few cards already. I love this set. And as demonstrators, we had an event earlier in the year where we were able to buy some of this in advance in the summertime, and so I have had these doves on my desk for a while. I've lost your thing, Trisha. So Trisha is smithscraftycreations.com. Check out her Facebook, her YouTube. I think she's on all the socials. Certainly you'll find her on those ones. I think Instagram, I'm not entirely sure. Lovely, thank you so much. And this one, it seems to have collected gems from other cards. That's a problem, things stick together. My fingers are not working very well today. Do I need to take it out? I don't think I do, because all the information is here. So this is from Karen Card, and she's told us it's the Autumn Toile paper she's used. Sign Design Punch. Weird. I don't think that's on this one. She'll have done, I think she did a few different ones, but that I do like that. Happy birthday What else? Yeah, that happy birthday is from Charming. Do you remember last month I lost that stamp and then found it again? So there's a theme. I keep losing things, but luckily most of the time finding them again. And a lovely twine bow. I just love the autumn twirl paper. Yeah, it's just gorgeous. And these wee pumpkins and acorns. Now, during the event, we did have a special, at the event, not during it, all of it, we had a special guest who came from Stampin' Up head office. We had Brian Pilling. Now, I've forgotten what Brian's role is, but he has been with Stampin' Up some time, and what a lovely gentleman he is. I did meet him in New Orleans when I went backstage in 2022, but and there's a bit of me thinks I know him because I see him in lots of things online. But it was so lovely to be in person with Brian. And he did a wee business talk, and he talked about acorns, and do you know how one acorn can lead to a huge forest of oak trees, etc. And lots of other analogies about acorns. So it was so funny that we have this paper with acorns in it too. And this card is by the lovely Jen from Maccabee Crafts. Jen has used the Wooded Acres stamp. That's this one here. I can't go to Vegas. I'm no longer eligible for that, Denise. I'm not Silver Elite anymore. I'm a Silver Demonstrator again. And that's okay. That's okay. I had that opportunity. So Light and Wonder dies and the Light and Wonder stamps. So these trees are cut from the Light and Wonder. This paper is called, I think it might be called Light and Wonder as well, isn't it? But it's the Aurora, sorry. Lights of Aurora DSP. Isn't it beautiful? And I love that sentiment, embrace the magic. And I only need to use half a piece of the designer series paper on a card with this design. How clever. That's great, isn't it? I've not got inches out, have I? Let me see. Is that 3 inches? Oh no, it's just over 2 inches, so you could. So you could have, yeah, even if you were more frugal and cut a 2-inch strip, you could get 3 cards out of a sheet of that is 6 by 6, but 2 anyway. That's fabulous. Thanks, Jen. Lovely. And the last swap, I believe, is from the lovely Tammy. And Tammy's made a topper, or a tag topper even. I think I would possibly pop that on a nice card. I think that would just, yeah, maybe some embossed card, I'm not sure. But yeah, I might get more layers, but it's just beautiful. So she's used the Modern Christmas Speciality Designer Series paper, which I do have, and I showed you there's a live further back that I did to show you all the papers, the new papers. And the black and gold twine is just gorgeous. Isn't it beautiful? Love, love, love. It's simple, but it's so effective. And I think black and gold and white might just be my Christmas theme. I love it. Now, stories. So we had 2 lovely demonstrators who in the morning provided us with different projects to do, but they were their remit was to use the my brain keeps cutting out. I'm worse than a computer. Textured notes. I couldn't remember. They were the cards or projects were to be used. You were to use textured notes and the modern oval punch. So the first one we were asked to that was presented was the lovely Heather Forgan of Stamp with Nellie. And if you have a wee close look, so she told us to punch out 4 of these modern novels in basic white, and we added 3 of them and obviously trimmed to size on our card layer, and then we stamped on this one for the sentiment. We had the beautiful two-tone card. We had a selection of colours. I've gone with the pecan pie, and I've used pecan pie, and I've just stamped over on this little strip of paper. So we tore the paper down. If you go to Heather's channel, she has a video making this on. She'll show you all the techniques. But it's just so clever because we're using both the dark and the light side. We're showing the white core. So really, you know, really appreciating the two-tone card and its properties. Yeah. So that was fab. Now, story. I didn't get mine made while we were there because, as some of you know, I was talking to all my buddies and friends, chatting. Is that not what we get together for? Of course we love to craft together, but I didn't get it finished. One, because of having to go back to the car to have a look for my handbag. Hi Karen, and you come, have you finished work for the day? Cool. So I did this yesterday. I made up my project yesterday, and luckily I photographed it because I had it to the right hand side here last night while I was holding my team meeting on Zoom. And during my team meeting I used a stamp which must have then got lodged down beside this card. I've added this sentiment to the side of the card. But how cool is that? Can't wait to see you again. So you might watch this. And also Heather suggested that we stamp inside the card and decorate the envelope. I'm not quite sure where I put the envelope, but I did decorate my envelope. But when I went in to decorate the card, I dropped the stamp. So I ended up with splotches of ink there, big splotch of ink on the inside. So I've overcome that, distracted you from it by stamping that big leaf image on this side and putting another piece of white card layer in here to hide the big splotch I made there. And then added what I intended to do in the first place. Pardon me, story, but there's always a story with Janice, isn't there? So I think I'll send this to Heather. What do you think? Do you think she'll find all that story funny? I know, but do you know, I completely dropped it and it went boink and it went bounced and it just... So typical Janice, yeah, because up until that point the card was perfect. So anyway, I really enjoyed making it, Heather. I added some kind of Janiceisms on it as well by defining that with ink around the edge. And that's the whole point, is you follow the person's design and then add on. Oh look, there's my decorated envelope, look. So there you go. That is a nice wee set, isn't it? Heather's a lovely crafter. And then we had Sheila, who had another idea, and again demonstrating the light and dark, the white core, the tearing, and yeah, and I have added the white and gold twine on here and wrapped that. I think on Sheila's she'd suggested some linen thread and something else, I can't remember. And these, what are they called, these texture dots, they came with another set. Oh, I discovered I hadn't used them. What are they called? Oh goodness. See if I can find them. I have them here. Why is it things just hide away from me? Oh, maybe I've not put them away. Would that surprise you? Should have. Usually do. eventually. No. So, oh, here they are. Oh, for goodness sake, here they are, right at my right hand. Right, I'll tell you about them and then I'll put them away in the box. So these are pressed flower motifs. Someone tell me what suite that they go with. But they're quite heavy. They're quite heavy. And they've moved about in the packet. I can remember showing you then I never used them. Do you know it's with that one with that sort of vintage paper? Gallery Blooms. That's that sweet. There with. Oh look, it's bursting. Oh dear, I'll need to go and work on that. I'll need to tidy that out. But let's just pop it away out the way just now. Do you know they're going to end up everywhere? So yeah, I added these ones in, and I can't even remember what they're called now. Pressed flower motifs. They're so pretty. They're metal and they're pretty. So thank you both, Heather and Sheila, for your inspiration. And I actually think my cup and card ladies will like having a go at both these cards. So yeah, I'll probably steal that. Right, and then in the afternoon, Halsey put us all into groups of 3 and gave us scrapbooking workshops kits. Now Stampin' Up do quite a lot of scrapbooking workshop kits. So each group got a different set to work with, pardon me, and we worked together, the 3 of us, and separated all the things, did the cutting. And it was really cleverly done the way that she did this crafting, because it really was a training as well, and showing us how we could as demonstrators then share this with prospective customers or existing customers. So I had such fun doing this that I'm now looking for 3 people who'd like to have a go at scrapbooking, or people who already scrapbook and just like doing it and working together. 3 people, and I will run a session at home here. So if you are local to me and you would like to do a bit hands-on scrapbooking, give me a message, a shout, and we'll get something organised. I'd like to have a go at sharing this with more people, because isn't that what crafting's about? It's about sharing. Sharing is caring. So this comes out into a 2-page 12 by 12 spread. I just popped it in that folder just to keep it together. I think this particular twosome of pages, I'm trying to see if you can see it all. Can you see it all? No? You'll see most of it, you won't see all of it, but so that is the left hand page and this is the right hand page. And I think my daughter has just come back from a camping trip, so I'm gonna ask her if she'd like it, or she'd like to give me some of the photographs and add them to it. It's a wee while since I went camping, but I think the family love camping, and my Australian family like to camp as well, so get some photos in there very soon. So that's that. So as I say, if you are interested in scrapbooking, you'd like to have a wee go, let me know, because coming soon. If I haven't, all I need are 3 people. I don't know why oh, do you know, I know why I'm getting that shadow now. My light is too high. Nearly at the end of the video, and then I realised the issue. Okay, so then after that, Halsey asked us, or Helen, I call her Halsey, Helen said that to divvy out the bits that were left from the layouts between the 3 of us, and then when we were at home, we had to make a card using the scraps. So last night at my team meeting, I was leading a craft, and it was this fold, which of course I can't remember what it's called. Is it a double Z fold accordion fold? Isn't it a double Z fold accordion card? I think that's what it's called. So I used the scraps from the scrapbooking. Even this piece of very vanilla two-tone card that I have stamped on, you'll see I've got used the dark to stamp the acorns in and the light side for the sentiment. And this is a double-sided DSP, so I put the squares. So, and of course, couldn't resist adding the acorns because that was a bit of a theme of the day with Brian's business talk. It was just, yeah, so I just felt that fitted in. So, I liked that. I really enjoyed that. So there's a wee competition. Everyone's to put in the picture of the card that they made. This fold is actually going to be in my September class in the post, and I'll show you the cards before I go off. What I hadn't showed you was my swap, the swap that I made. Now, I haven't videoed this, but I'm just going to show you roughly what I did. So a few weeks ago, I did videos where I've not got any bits left really. Well, I have got loads of scraps here, where I did a bit of a watercolour wash background. If you look back, when I remember, I'll put a link down below for you. It's just maybe a couple of weeks back, and where I put ink on my glass mat and I spritzed it and then I dabbed the paper in it and what have you. So you've got all these beautiful inky backgrounds, but quite light. So then I stamped with Charming Day stamp set, and you tell me, well, of course I've put in with my swap what I use, so my memory doesn't have to be too bad. Yeah, Layers of Beauty. And then I use Mixed Labels stamp set for this sentiment, You're Pretty Wonderful. Because all my fellow demonstrators are pretty wonderful. And actually, all my followers are pretty wonderful too. And I do appreciate you all. This channel is starting to grow a wee bit. And I do appreciate the fact that you all share it out. And you share it to Pinterest. You share it with your friends. And you leave me comments, which just make YouTube believe that I'm worth watching. So I also used the two-tone card here, and I demonstrated slightly differently is that because it's got a white core, you can sand once you've got some texture to sand, and I slightly distressed the edges, and not too much, but just some of them you can see the white edge, and you could go more. The die I used to cut up, so I did 3 sheets of this stamping where I stamped with Secret Sea, and then coloured in with my blends on top. I just had a great time. Took a wee afternoon to make all these ones, but the method is there in my video of about 2 weeks ago live. So pretty straightforward, and used these in colour dots. They're just beautiful. So what are they called? Flat petals, but they're iridescent and they catch the light. They're gorgeous. Yeah, I was quite pleased with it, and it just demonstrated different sets. And this two-tone card, you know, we really need to use it more. It is just so versatile. It's so fun. Yeah, so you don't need that following. So I did that on them so that people then can. So yes, that's my quick response code. Right, so that's the story of the swap I made. One last thing, just a quick look. September class in the post. I can do it. I will be doing it as post out kits. I will be doing it as an in-person class here at my home, and if there's enough demand, I can do it as a Zoom only. So you need to let me know if you want it as a Zoom only. Now, so we're using Autumn 12 and the other autumn paper, the one that's in the online exclusives, and this is the fun fold for this September class. Yeah, there will be Zoom on the class in the post, but for those who are abroad in other countries, I can do a Zoom only. So that's our fun cards this month, that with a kind of autumn theme. So that, if you're interested, let me know, and I'll be putting the details on Bookwen soon. So I think that's it. Blank. What can we put on? Oh, just, what will we just leave these here? No, we won't. We'll leave that one there. That was my swap. Okay, so thank you so much everybody for putting up with my blethers. I am going to go and get some dinner, I think. Let's see. I don't know if there's going to be a fun fold Friday. Possibly not, because on my Tuesday crafts, because I believe it's Jay's birthday. Yeah, so thank you so much everyone for coming in. It's so much inspiration. I will be casing a lot of those projects. Please give me thumbs ups, and if you're watching on the replay, please leave comments. That all helps the algorithm. Does anyone know what an algorithm really is? It's just words to us oldies. Yeah, but it helps YouTube to know that people are interested in watching. So take care everybody. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. Bye. I don't know how to get out.